Ready.
Looking to throw. Clark. His throw incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check. Hey, alert three. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 99. Four. Get it.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
54's mark. Ready.
Back to throw here. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretch to right there turned it into a really nice game. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. The end result, 20. Yards.
Number 13, a gain of 21 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Red, 30 pace, let's go. 54.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Burgess. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
To number 15. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Charlie. 23 is the night. Watch the run. Watch the run. What happened?
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
On the delay, here's Breida. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Check 26. Rock it. 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. He can't hang. He's not going to. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Coming to you. Rush in. Topper. SOS. Bam. SOS. Let's go.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator dialing that one up into great success?
I got it. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo! Hey! I got him. Pick the edge. Look, squeeze. Hit it.
On 1st down, Smith. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
3. Hey, Delta. 22, go nowhere. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Check. Crunch. General West. Crunch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You're out. Yeah.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I know you feel that.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Smith. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep here for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, exit. Shoot.
From the gun, Clark going up top. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5. 55, my guy, 55. 1, 2, 3.
Clark operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go,
Now Clark to throw on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line.
Go. Hey, Alpha. 55, my guy, 55. All day, baby, all day. They go.
Here's Clark. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Greystone travel. Look at me, zipper. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Bro. Bandit. Hey, check. Bravo. Watch 55. So don't say nothing.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Smith This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And we're pretty quiet. 80 weapon. 25. Ready.
Clark now looking to throw on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 13. Check 13. Recon, 132 fighter. Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Slam.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's 2nd and inches at the 49-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch enough.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Clark. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Smith. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught by Parker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Clark to throw on second down. Caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Clark. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Clark throwing again on second and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. A throw over the middle taken in. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Now Clark to throw on first down. This is caught. Watkins. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Clark. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
set. Mike, 45. All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Check three. Check three. Neo.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.